What's up, you sick fucks? This is Vivian, and today I'm gonna show you highlights of me playing the Broken Script. Uh, it's a Minecraft mod, of course, and I decided to make a little mod pack for myself. I didn't make, I didn't like know anything about the mod itself, like that much about it. I only knew that it could mess with your PC and shit, and it's kind of scary. So yeah. I decided to play it. The reason I'm doing a voiceover is because my dumbass forgot to enable the microphone in my Radeon thing. So now I'm doing a voiceover for a 2.5 hour recording. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, let's get into this shit. Now I'm gonna preface this. I did not know much about the mod. Most of what I knew was literally that there are a few entities. The mod can fuck with your computer, it can crash your game, it can destroy your builds, like blow them up or something, and like, genuinely be scary. And my ass did not know what I was getting myself into. This is just, like, this mod is not to be fucked with, not gonna lie. If you know, if you've played the Broken Script before, you know what this is like. This is genuine horror. This shit keeps you on edge 24/7. Like the entire time you're playing, you're fucking scared of going anywhere. So most of this recording will probably be me like sitting in a village. So the first thing I did after spawning, of course, was go into a village. Like, I was running around trying to find one. And I did find one successfully. And I had the waypoints mod installed, so I could literally just, right click a waypoint and I had a cool waypoint. Um, from what I was saying in the beginning of this recording, I was really being just unserious. I set the seed to De. I also named the waypoint Topia or something like that. And yeah, pretty much the first few days was me fucking around. Fun fact about these villagers, the name tags above them are testificate, which is the old name for villagers from when they were still being tested in really, really old versions of Minecraft, which is really cool. What I've realized is some of the villagers do not have this name tag, and they could potentially turn into these scary entities. And we're gonna find out later about that, of course, but yeah, pretty much, testificates are old names for villagers. Now, for this little villager house, I've decided to set up my house in there. My little base of operations, as I would say. Now, this base of operations wouldn't last too long. You're gonna see in a second why. But It's like my first base, and I thought it would be fun to mention it. Now, did you notice that? Suddenly, I turned into a crawling person, which should not happen considering there's no slabs, no, like, trapdoors in my house. But it turns out it's a chest filled with 10 diamonds. Thank you, Noel. Now, this is where shit started going south. As you can hear, the sound is kind of unsettling, and it gave me fog, which is something I'm not, like, that happy about. Kind of scared me, because it was kind of a jump scare. But this is nothing compared to what's about to happen. Right here, I decided to make some diamond tools with the diamonds that I was given gracefully by my enemy, Null. I didn't know Null was my enemy back then, but it seems like he kinda was. He just set me up for disaster. Now, for some reason, my hotbar decided to turn the color black with like a box around it. I was kind of confused by this, but didn't think much of it. Well, now that I didn't think much of it, I kind of regretted my thoughts because Noel decided to join the game. So basically, that black bar thing was probably like telling me about what's to come. But yeah, anyways, let's keep going. Now, what happened was I come back from trying to mine stuff, but then my house is blown up. Then I do kind of find in the settings of the mod that there is a toggle to turn off the base from like being blown up, but it didn't quite work later on. You'll see. So I have decided to finally change my base to a nearby house. It's pretty much the second house that I could find. And I pretty much set it up the exact same way as I set my main house up, so there should be no problems, right? Now, I did notice this book for about like 20 to 30 seconds, which is kind of odd. But yeah, this is a book that I managed to get into my inventory. I don't know what else to tell you. Now, in my mod pack, I included a few mods that could potentially help me. So, I added a mod that adds waystone towers, and what I didn't know is that there actually spawn 2 loot chests on top of those. So, I decided to take a peek, get the waystone, and the loot was actually not that bad. Now, when this happened, I got pretty spooked, let's say the least. Um, Basically, I got a shader on my fucking screen, and my game started doing extreme lag spikes, which is extremely weird, of course. And yeah, Noel apparently left the game as well. So yeah. Now, this shit started getting spooky out of nowhere. Like, text appears on my screen, and then all of a sudden, again, it turns nighttime, I get blindness, slowness, and everything at once. It's really not pleasant if you're playing it. If you heard my reactions, you would have been like, yeah, warranted. That's kind of like, you know, it's kind of warranted. So yeah. Now this is kind of where I lost my cool and I had to allocate more RAM to the game because my game was lagging so hard it was literally unplayable. And it turns out I only had like 2 gigs of RAM allocated to this mod pack, which is a big no-no. So we're gonna end it off here on episode 1, and if you want more of this bullshit, comment below.